How to Make 2025 Your Best Year, written by James Tracy, published by Simple Audiobooks. Introduction. The introduction of How to Make 2025 Your Best Year presents a powerful foundation for readers to embark on a transformative journey toward personal growth, success, and fulfillment. It begins by urging individuals to take a step back and reflect on their current life circumstances, acknowledging the inevitable obstacles and setbacks that have hindered progress in the past. The introduction stresses that while challenges are a natural part of life, they should not define one's future. It encourages readers to view the upcoming year as a fresh start, a blank slate on which they can write their own story of achievement. A central theme of the introduction is the concept of intentionality, taking deliberate steps to define what one truly wants to accomplish in 2025. The introduction challenges readers to move beyond surface-level goals and explore deeper, more meaningful aspirations that resonate with their core values and long-term vision. This deeper connection to personal desires is framed as essential for true motivation and commitment, providing a sense of purpose that fuels progress even in difficult times. The introduction also underscores the importance of mindset as a critical component of success. It introduces the idea that the way we think about ourselves, our goals, and our challenges directly influences the outcomes we experience. The book highlights the need for a shift from a fixed mindset, which believes abilities and circumstances are unchangeable, to a growth mindset that embraces challenges as opportunities for development. By adopting this mindset, readers are encouraged to push through difficulties, learn from failures, and embrace continuous learning. The book emphasizes that transformation begins with the decision to change one's thoughts and attitudes, making the pursuit of success not just about external achievements, but about internal growth and evolution. This shift in perspective is not presented as an easy task, but as a crucial foundation for overcoming the inertia that often keeps people stuck in unproductive patterns. Another key message in the introduction is the importance of action. While setting goals and fostering the right mindset are essential, the book stresses that nothing will change without consistent and purposeful action. The introduction highlights that setting goals alone is not enough. Readers must break those goals into actionable steps and develop systems and habits that make progress inevitable. The idea is presented that success is not an event, but a process, a journey made up of small, daily decisions that compound over time to create significant results. This is a call to embrace the discipline of small but meaningful actions, whether it's improving time management, building positive habits, or maintaining focus on long-term objectives. The introduction provides a clear message that the success of 2025 is in the hands of the readers, and that through consistent effort and intentional focus, they have the power to create the life they desire. The introduction also touches on the importance of cultivating a sense of self-belief and confidence. It reminds readers that self-doubt and fear of failure are normal, but should not dictate one's actions. It emphasizes that the path to success requires courage, the ability to take risks, and the resilience to bounce back from setbacks. In this sense, the introduction not only motivates, but also prepares readers for the inevitable challenges they will face, giving them tools to stay on track when things get tough. It encourages readers to embrace resilience, adaptability, and perseverance, suggesting that overcoming obstacles is often what leads to the greatest growth and success. Rather than fearing failure, readers are invited to see it as an integral part of the process, an opportunity to learn and improve. Lastly, the introduction sets a tone of optimism and possibility. It invites readers to view 2025 not as a distant and uncertain future, but as a real opportunity to take charge of their lives. The book positions this year as one that can be filled with achievement and personal fulfillment, provided readers are willing to invest the time, effort, and energy necessary for growth. It appeals to the reader's innate potential for success, encouraging them to think beyond their limitations and challenge themselves to achieve more than they have in the past. With a clear emphasis on proactive thinking, The introduction calls readers to take ownership of their year, their goals, and their lives, knowing that with the right mindset, habits, and actions, they can turn 2025 into their best year yet. The message conveyed in the introduction is one of empowerment, urging readers to embrace the upcoming year with enthusiasm and purpose. It motivates individuals to prioritize what truly matters, adopt a mindset of growth and resilience, and take consistent actions toward their goals. Through this intentional approach, the book suggests that 2025 can be a year of profound transformation, where individuals not only achieve their goals, but become the best version of themselves. The introduction serves as a powerful call to action, inspiring readers to commit to their personal growth and set the stage for a year filled with success and fulfillment. Chapter 1. Defining your vision for 2025. This chapter is the critical first step in creating a fulfilling and successful year. It starts by guiding the reader to pause and reflect on where they currently are in life, urging them to take stock of their present situation across all key areas: personal, professional, relational, financial, and health. The goal is not just to see the surface level achievements, but to examine what is truly satisfying and what feels lacking. This level of reflection helps uncover what is truly important in life, giving the reader a foundation to create a vision that is authentic and meaningful. A clear vision for 2025 should encompass all areas of life, rather than focusing on just one aspect, as it's essential for people to feel a sense of balance and fulfillment in various domains. For example, a person may want to achieve career growth, but also needs to consider their health, relationships, and personal development to feel truly successful. The chapter also stresses that a vision for 2025 should not be vague or generic, but should be vivid, specific, and emotionally engaging. It encourages readers to paint a mental picture of what their life could look like at the end of the year, including what kind of person they would like to become, what they would like to have accomplished, and how they would feel. This exercise goes beyond setting typical New Year's resolutions. It is about deeply aligning one's goals with their values and passions, so that the vision is sustainable and not just a fleeting aspiration. The chapter offers practical exercises, such as visualization techniques, where readers are guided to see themselves having already achieved their vision, thus fostering motivation and helping them emotionally connect to their future self. The next part of the chapter emphasizes the importance of setting a vision that is both challenging and attainable. It discusses the concept of stretch goals, which are big and bold goals that push an individual out of their comfort zone while still remaining within the realm of possibility. The chapter warns against creating an overly ambitious vision that might feel overwhelming and lead to discouragement. Instead, it advocates for a balanced approach, where the vision is expansive, but also achievable by breaking it down into smaller, manageable goals. This approach helps keep momentum throughout the year and ensures that the reader remains on track without feeling lost in the vastness of their goals. Moreover, the chapter outlines the power of commitment in realizing one's vision. It encourages readers to go beyond the act of simply writing down their vision by making a strong commitment to it. This can involve setting up an accountability system, such as sharing the vision with trusted friends, mentors, or a support group, so that there's an external motivation to stay on course. Additionally, the chapter emphasizes that the vision needs to be flexible. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances will inevitably change, so it is important to be open to revising and adjusting the vision if necessary. The idea is to maintain clarity on the end goal, but also be adaptable in the methods used to get there, which will help the reader stay resilient when faced with unforeseen challenges. To deepen the sense of ownership, the chapter encourages readers to break their larger vision into smaller milestones and action steps. Each milestone should feel like a victory, keeping the reader motivated as they work toward their overall goal. By focusing on incremental progress, readers are more likely to experience a sense of achievement that fuels continued effort and growth. The chapter also discusses the importance of integrating these action steps into daily routines, making them part of life, rather than isolated tasks. The smaller actions should naturally align with the broader vision, helping readers to continuously move closer to their desired outcome. Another critical aspect discussed is the importance of aligning the vision with one's personal values. The chapter stresses that a vision that resonates with a person's core values is far more powerful than one that is based on external pressures or societal expectations. It encourages readers to reflect on what they deeply care about, whether it's family, health, contribution, freedom, or creativity, and ensure that these values are embedded within their vision for 2025. This alignment makes the vision more motivating, as it taps into intrinsic sources of energy and inspiration. Additionally, the chapter introduces the concept of a vision board, a tool that can help readers stay visually connected to their goals and desires throughout the year. The vision board serves as a visual reminder of the broader vision, making it tangible and keeping it at the forefront of the reader's mind. This physical representation can help transform abstract ideas into something concrete and constantly visible, providing daily inspiration and focus. The chapter also touches on the role of gratitude in the process, suggesting that readers cultivate an attitude of appreciation for what they already have while pursuing their vision. This mindset not only fosters positivity, but also attracts more opportunities and resources toward achieving the vision. Furthermore, the chapter emphasizes the importance of passion in creating a vision. A vision that excites and energizes a person is far more effective than one that feels obligatory. The chapter encourages readers to tap into their passions and desires when envisioning their future, whether that involves pursuing creative outlets, entrepreneurial goals, or making a larger impact in the community. Passion fuels perseverance, and when obstacles arise, passion can keep the individual motivated even when progress seems slow or difficult. In sum, Chapter 1 of How to Make 2025 Your Best Year encourages readers to engage in deep self-reflection to create a clear, specific, and emotionally resonant vision for the year ahead. By aligning the vision with personal values, breaking it down into actionable steps, and staying adaptable, readers can build a roadmap that not only motivates them, but also ensures they remain on course. The chapter concludes with the reminder that defining one's vision is not a one-time exercise, but a continuous process of growth, where the vision evolves, expands, and adapts as the individual moves toward achieving it. With a strong, purpose-driven vision, 2025 can become a year of profound personal transformation. Chapter 2. Setting smart and achievable goals. This chapter goes deeper into how to craft goals that are not only inspiring, but also structured to be effectively pursued over the course of a year. The SMART framework is explored in great detail, with each element specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound getting significant attention. The chapter starts by explaining the importance of specificity in goal setting. A goal that is too vague, such as get better at fitness, is hard to track and lacks direction. Instead, setting a specific goal of 5,000 in under 30 minutes provides clarity and allows the person to focus their efforts on that particular outcome. The chapter encourages breaking down broad objectives into smaller, detailed actions that are easily identifiable, making it clear what exactly needs to be done to achieve success. Moving on to the concept of measurability, the chapter emphasizes that goals need to be quantifiable. A measurable goal enables progress to be tracked over time, making it easier to identify where improvements are being made and where more effort is needed. For example, a goal like lose 10 pounds is measurable because the progress can be tracked using a scale, while improve my health is not as easy to measure. The chapter suggests using tools, apps, or journals to document milestones and regularly assess progress, which helps maintain motivation. Measurability also helps when reviewing goals, as the numbers or markers provide clear evidence of achievement or areas that need more focus. The next part of the chapter delves into the concept of achievability. The chapter warns that goals should be challenging, but within the realm of possibility. Setting overly ambitious goals, such as lose 50 pounds in a month or make $1 million by February, may lead to burnout and disappointment. Achievable goals, on the other hand, are those that can be reasonably accomplished based on a person's current resources, skills, and time frame. The chapter advises readers to consider their capacity, including time, financial resources, and support systems, when setting goals. While it's important to aim high, it's equally critical to ensure the goal is something that can be worked towards steadily without overwhelming oneself. Achievability is about finding that sweet spot where the goal stretches the individual, but does not feel impossible. Relevance is another key factor discussed in the chapter, which highlights the importance of aligning goals with personal values and long-term ambitions. A goal that is relevant to one's values is inherently more motivating and provides a sense of purpose. The chapter suggests taking time to reflect on what matters most, such as family, health, career aspirations, or personal development, and ensuring that the goals set are connected to those deeper desires. For instance, a goal to get a promotion at work may be deeply relevant if the individual values career growth and financial stability. On the other hand, a goal like improve my relationship with my boss may be more personally fulfilling than simply aiming for an abstract promotion. The chapter underscores that relevance ensures that the goal doesn't feel disconnected from who the person truly is or where they want to be in life. Time-bound goals are highlighted as a critical component of effective goal setting. The chapter stresses that goals need deadlines to create a sense of urgency and keep the individual on track. Without a time frame, it's easy to procrastinate or let a goal linger indefinitely. Time-bound goals act as a motivator, providing a clear endpoint to work toward. Whether it's a short-term goal with a deadline in a few weeks or a long-term goal with a deadline at the end of the year, having a defined time frame helps structure efforts and avoid the trap of perpetual tomorrow thinking. The chapter provides examples of both short-term and long-term time frames and advises readers to break long-term goals into smaller chunks with their own deadlines to maintain momentum throughout the year. Additionally, the chapter highlights the importance of regularly reviewing and adjusting goals as needed. Life circumstances can change unexpectedly, and sometimes goals that once seemed relevant or achievable may need to be tweaked. For example, a person may set a goal to run a marathon, but later realize that due to an injury or other reasons, a half marathon is more realistic. The chapter emphasizes that goals are not rigid. They should evolve as the person grows and learns more about what is possible. This flexibility ensures that goals remain relevant and achievable throughout the year, especially as external factors shift. It's also important to keep checking in with progress and making adjustments where necessary. This regular reflection helps avoid frustration or feeling stuck if things aren't going as planned. The chapter also delves into how to break down large, overwhelming goals into smaller, actionable steps. Instead of looking at a big goal, like writing a book, and feeling daunted, the chapter encourages breaking it down into manageable actions, like write 500 words a day or complete a chapter each week. These smaller steps feel more attainable and give a person clear actions to take, which can be checked off regularly, creating a sense of progress. Each small step completed brings the individual closer to the larger goal, and the satisfaction of completing these micro goals fuels further action. Another point discussed in the chapter is the importance of maintaining motivation by setting goals that inspire passion. The chapter stresses that a goal that excites the person, one that taps into their deeper desires and aspirations, is far more likely to succeed than one that feels obligatory. Passionate goals are the ones that feel worthwhile, making the work involved in achieving them feel less like a chore. Whether it's starting a business, pursuing a fitness goal, or learning a new skill, the chapter advises that readers connect with their inner motivations and understand why the goal matters to them personally. This emotional connection will give the individual the perseverance needed to push through difficult moments. The chapter also introduces the concept of accountability, suggesting that sharing goals with others can increase motivation and commitment. When people commit to someone else, they often feel more responsible for following through. Whether it's a friend, mentor, or support group, having someone to check in with or share progress updates with can provide external encouragement and help keep the individual on track. The chapter recommends setting up regular check-ins to discuss progress, challenges, and adjustments to ensure that the person remains focused and supported in their journey. In conclusion, the chapter emphasizes that setting smart and achievable goals isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that requires focus, regular evaluation, and flexibility. By using the SMART framework, breaking down larger goals into manageable steps, aligning them with personal values, and committing to them with accountability, readers can create a realistic path to achieving their 2025 vision. Through this structured approach, individuals are empowered to take consistent action toward their goals and are more likely to see tangible, meaningful results by the end of the year. Chapter 3. Cultivating a positive mindset. This chapter dives deeper into how cultivating a positive mindset is essential for success, growth, and well-being, particularly when it comes to making the most of 2025. The chapter starts by emphasizing that a positive mindset goes beyond mere optimism or wishful thinking. It's about actively shaping the way we perceive and respond to the world around us. The mindset we cultivate determines how we approach both challenges and opportunities, and ultimately affects our ability to achieve the goals we set for ourselves. The chapter explains that people with a positive mindset tend to have an internal belief that they can handle difficulties and grow through adversity, whereas those with a negative mindset often view obstacles as insurmountable. This difference in perspective can lead to vastly different experiences and outcomes, as those with a positive outlook more likely to persist through tough times and find creative solutions to problems. One key element discussed in the chapter is the importance of self-talk and the way we speak to ourselves. Negative self-talk, such as thinking I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed, can undermine progress and make it harder to stay motivated. The chapter introduces the idea of reframing these thoughts by shifting the focus from self-doubt to self-empowerment. For instance, when a setback occurs, instead of thinking I failed, individuals can reframe the thought to I've learned something valuable and can improve next time. This reframing process allows individuals to treat challenges as opportunities for growth rather than signs of failure. The chapter emphasizes that changing the language we use with ourselves takes practice, but over time, this shift can significantly improve mental resilience and lead to greater success in reaching our goals. The chapter also delves into the role of resilience in cultivating a positive mindset. Resilience is not about avoiding hardships, but about the ability to bounce back from them. Resilient individuals see challenges as temporary obstacles that can be overcome rather than permanent roadblocks. The chapter highlights that building resilience requires developing an internal strength that can be nurtured through consistent practice. One way to strengthen resilience is by focusing on small wins and acknowledging progress, no matter how minor it may seem. These small victories help to build confidence, which in turn enhances the belief that larger challenges can also be tackled successfully. The chapter encourages readers to embrace failure as a necessary part of growth, viewing it not as an end, but as a stepping stone on the path to success. The importance of gratitude in maintaining a positive mindset is another key point discussed. The chapter explains how practicing gratitude on a daily basis can significantly shift our mental state. Gratitude helps us to focus on the positives in our lives, making it easier to maintain motivation and optimism. Instead of dwelling on what is going wrong or what has been lost, gratitude allows individuals to recognize and appreciate what is going right. Whether it's appreciating good health, supportive relationships, or simply a moment of peace, the practice of gratitude helps to ground individuals in the present moment and fosters a sense of contentment. The chapter suggests setting aside time each day to reflect on what we're grateful for, which can have a profound impact on our overall well-being and outlook on life. Visualization is another technique presented in the chapter to help cultivate a positive mindset. The chapter explains that visualization involves mentally rehearsing the successful achievement of one's goals. By vividly imagining the process of success, whether it's finishing a project, achieving a fitness milestone, or attaining a career goal, the brain starts to internalize that success is not only possible but probable. Visualization can be an incredibly powerful tool for boosting motivation and increasing confidence, as it creates a mental image of the desired outcome. The chapter emphasizes that visualization isn't just about seeing the end result, but also about imagining the steps and actions required to reach that result. This helps individuals feel more prepared and confident in taking the necessary actions to make their goals a reality. Self-compassion is another significant aspect covered in the chapter. While many people are quick to be critical of themselves when things don't go as planned, self-compassion encourages individuals to treat themselves with the same kindness, understanding, and patience they would offer a close friend. The chapter explains that practicing self-compassion allows individuals to accept imperfections and setbacks without harsh self-judgment. Instead of getting caught in a cycle of self-blame or guilt, self-compassion fosters emotional healing and reduces stress, allowing individuals to move forward with a clearer, more focused mind. The chapter emphasizes that self-compassion does not mean letting oneself off the hook, but rather recognizing that mistakes are a natural part of the growth process, and responding to them with care and encouragement is essential for long-term success. Another critical aspect discussed is the impact of environment on mindset. The chapter highlights how the people we surround ourselves with, the media we consume, and the physical spaces we inhabit can influence our mindset. It encourages readers to be mindful of the influence of negative people, toxic environments, and discouraging news. Instead, it suggests cultivating an environment that promotes positivity, inspiration, and motivation. This could involve spending time with supportive friends and family, engaging with uplifting content, or organizing your physical space to feel more energizing and conducive to focus. The chapter underscores that positive influences, whether they are people, content, or environments, play a key role in reinforcing a positive mindset. The chapter also addresses the need for a sense of purpose, explaining that people with a clear sense of purpose or mission tend to have more positive and focused mindsets. Purpose gives individuals a reason to keep moving forward even when things get tough. Whether it's a career goal, a personal passion, or a cause one believes in, having a clear purpose helps align actions and decisions with a larger vision, making challenges easier to navigate. The chapter stresses that defining one's purpose is a deeply personal process that can evolve over time, but is essential for maintaining a positive mindset. When the going gets tough, people with purpose are more likely to persevere because they are working towards something that feels meaningful. Finally, the chapter underscores that cultivating a positive mindset is not a one-time effort, but an ongoing practice that requires daily commitment. While changing thought patterns and behaviors may take time, the chapter highlights that consistency is key. By integrating small practices like positive self-talk, gratitude, visualization, and resilience building into daily routines, individuals can gradually strengthen their mindset and improve their ability to face challenges with confidence. The chapter concludes by emphasizing that a positive mindset is a choice that, when nurtured, can lead to profound changes in how individuals experience life, approach their goals, and overcome obstacles. Through these comprehensive and detailed strategies, the chapter provides readers with a toolkit for fostering a mindset that not only supports personal growth, but also enhances the likelihood of achieving the goals they set for themselves in 2025. By consistently practicing positive thinking and emotional resilience, individuals can pave the way for success and fulfillment in the year ahead. Chapter 4. Building Healthy Habits for Success. This chapter dives deeply into the powerful connection between our daily habits and our long-term success, highlighting that the path to personal and professional achievements is largely shaped by the consistent actions we take. The chapter begins by discussing the fundamental concept that success is not solely the result of one-time efforts, but is instead the product of daily, intentional habits that accumulate over time. These habits, whether related to work, health, or personal growth, gradually compound to create lasting transformation. The chapter stresses the importance of understanding that habits shape who we become, and in order to achieve extraordinary success, we must focus on cultivating habits that align with our goals and values. It emphasizes that habits are powerful because they automate behavior, freeing up mental energy for more complex decisions, and when developed correctly, they make achieving goals feel more natural and less daunting. The chapter explains the process of habit formation, breaking it down into 3 key steps: cue, routine, and reward. A habit begins with a cue, something that triggers the behavior. The routine is the behavior itself, which, when repeated consistently, becomes ingrained. Finally, the reward serves to reinforce the behavior, creating positive feedback that encourages repetition. The chapter provides practical advice on how to identify the cues in one's environment that lead to undesirable habits, and how to replace them with new cues that prompt healthier behaviors. It also explains how the power of rewards can be used strategically, suggesting that celebrating small wins can solidify new habits and make them feel more enjoyable, further increasing the likelihood of their continuation. To address the common challenge of breaking bad habits, the chapter discusses how habits can be replaced, not eliminated. It suggests that rather than simply trying to stop a negative behavior, one should focus on replacing it with a positive one that serves the same need. For instance, if stress leads to unhealthy eating habits, the chapter suggests replacing that with a healthier coping mechanism, such as exercise or meditation, which still provides relief, but in a more beneficial way. This shift from elimination to replacement helps individuals avoid the sense of deprivation that often accompanies attempts to break habits, and instead emphasizes the creation of a more fulfilling and sustainable lifestyle. The chapter also acknowledges the difficulty that many people face in establishing new habits, especially when it comes to goals that require long-term commitment. It stresses that one of the key challenges in habit formation is the initial period of discomfort, as the brain resists change in favor of familiar patterns. However, it reassures readers that this discomfort is temporary, and that persistence during this phase is crucial. The chapter introduces the concept of habit stacking, a technique where new habits are tied to existing ones. For example, if someone already brushes their teeth every morning, they might add a new habit, such as practicing gratitude or drinking a glass of water immediately after brushing. This strategy leverages existing routines to make the formation of new habits easier and more automatic. The importance of consistency is another cornerstone of this chapter. The chapter stresses that consistency, rather than perfection, is the key to success when it comes to habit formation. It highlights the value of showing up every day, even if the actions are small, because consistency builds momentum. By focusing on progress rather than perfection, individuals can maintain motivation and avoid the discouragement that often comes from a perceived lack of immediate results. The chapter also touches on the role of patience, explaining that habits take time to develop, and that the process of change is not linear. Some days will be easier than others, but the key is to keep going, even when progress feels slow. Moreover, the chapter emphasizes the role of self-monitoring and accountability in strengthening habits. It discusses how keeping track of one's progress, whether through journaling, habit tracking apps, or simple check-ins, can serve as both a motivator and a reminder to stay on course. The chapter highlights how external accountability partners, such as a mentor, coach, or friend, can provide support and encouragement, making it easier to stay committed to new habits. It underscores the idea that accountability fosters a sense of responsibility, making it more likely that individuals will follow through on their goals. A significant portion of the chapter is dedicated to understanding the science behind habit formation. The chapter explains how habits are formed in the brain, particularly in the basal ganglia, and how repetition strengthens neural pathways, making certain behaviors easier and more automatic over time. It discusses the role of dopamine, the brain's reward system, and how it plays a critical role in reinforcing habits. By understanding the science, the chapter provides readers with a deeper appreciation of the power of habits and how to use this knowledge to their advantage. It encourages readers to view habit building not as an arbitrary process, but as a science that can be applied strategically to achieve specific outcomes. The chapter also discusses the importance of designing an environment that supports the development of good habits. It suggests that our physical and social environments play a huge role in shaping our behaviors. For instance, keeping unhealthy snacks out of the house can make it easier to maintain a healthy diet, while surrounding oneself with motivated individuals can provide positive peer pressure that fosters productivity and success. The chapter recommends creating an environment that aligns with one's goals, emphasizing that a supportive environment can dramatically increase the likelihood of habit formation and long-term success. To make habit building even more effective, the chapter introduces the idea of keystone habits. These are habits that have a ripple effect, leading to the improvement of other areas of life. For example, establishing a habit of exercising regularly might not only improve physical health, but also boost mental clarity, increase energy levels, and promote better sleep. By focusing on keystone habits, individuals can create a chain reaction of positive changes that extend beyond their primary goal. The chapter encourages readers to identify these powerful habits and use them as a starting point for broader transformation. The chapter wraps up by reinforcing the idea that building healthy habits is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process. Success is not about making radical changes overnight, but about committing to small, manageable actions that are repeated consistently. It reminds readers that habits are the foundation of success, and by cultivating the right habits, they can transform their lives and lay the groundwork for achieving their goals. The chapter concludes by emphasizing that the journey of habit building is unique to each individual, and while the process may require patience and effort, the results will be deeply rewarding and lasting. In sum, Chapter 4 provides a comprehensive roadmap for anyone looking to build habits that support their success, offering a mix of practical strategies, psychological insights, and scientific principles to make habit formation both achievable and sustainable. It empowers readers to take control of their routines and actively design a life that is aligned with their aspirations for the year ahead. Chapter 5: Overcoming Challenges and Staying Resilient. This chapter explores the intricate dynamics of facing challenges and staying resilient, emphasizing that challenges are inevitable when striving toward significant achievements, and that one's ability to persist through adversity is often what distinguishes success from failure. It begins by acknowledging that any journey of growth, particularly one in which we strive to improve ourselves and achieve meaningful goals, will inevitably be met with obstacles. These challenges can be both external, such as economic hardship, lack of resources, time constraints, criticism, or unsupportive environments, and internal, including self-doubt, fear of failure, procrastination, burnout, and negative thinking. The chapter makes it clear that these hurdles are not signs of failure, but are integral to the process of growth. It emphasizes the necessity of adopting a resilient mindset, one that views challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for personal development. The key idea that the chapter introduces is that resilience is the ability to keep moving forward despite difficulties, not because challenges do not arise, but because one learns to navigate them with persistence, creativity, and optimism. A significant portion of the chapter is devoted to the concept of grit, a blend of passion and perseverance toward long-term goals. This idea of grit is essential to overcoming challenges. The chapter breaks down how individuals with grit tend to see obstacles as temporary and surmountable rather than insurmountable. It explores how grit can be cultivated through deliberate effort and consistent action. Moreover, the chapter delves into the importance of nurturing a growth mindset. This mindset is crucial because it shifts the individual's perception of challenges from something that defines their limitations to something that offers the possibility for improvement. When a person holds a growth mindset, they view challenges not as signs of inadequacy, but as opportunities to learn and grow. This shift in perspective allows them to keep pushing forward when obstacles arise, viewing each setback as a lesson rather than a defeat. The chapter also emphasizes that failure is a necessary part of the journey, encouraging readers to reframe their understanding of failure. Rather than seeing it as a permanent defeat, the chapter advocates for viewing failure as a temporary setback and an essential part of the learning process. It breaks down how successful people have failed multiple times before reaching their achievements, and how their failures were stepping stones, providing valuable lessons that guided them toward success. The importance of reframing failure is explored in depth, suggesting that individuals who succeed are those who have learned to bounce back from failures with renewed vigor, seeing each attempt as a building block in the path toward success. The concept of emotional resilience is another key area of focus in the chapter. It explains how emotional regulation plays a huge role in staying resilient. When challenges arise, emotions like frustration, anger, fear, and sadness can cloud judgment and make it difficult to think clearly or make rational decisions. Therefore, the chapter underscores the need for individuals to develop techniques for managing these emotions. Strategies like mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing exercises, and cognitive reframing are recommended to maintain a calm and collected state in the face of adversity. Practicing mindfulness helps individuals to stay present and focused, preventing them from getting overwhelmed by negative emotions. Additionally, cultivating self-compassion is highlighted as an essential tool for maintaining emotional balance. The chapter emphasizes that instead of being hard on oneself when faced with setbacks, individuals should practice kindness and patience, understanding that resilience grows with time and effort. One of the more practical suggestions offered in the chapter is the power of having a strong why, a deep, compelling reason for pursuing a particular goal. The chapter explains that when individuals have a strong connection to their purpose, it becomes easier to stay resilient, especially when times get tough. This why acts as an anchor that helps individuals stay focused on the bigger picture, preventing them from becoming discouraged by short-term challenges. By constantly reconnecting with their deeper motivations, individuals can find the strength to push forward. The chapter emphasizes the importance of regularly revisiting this purpose, ensuring that it remains a driving force throughout the year. By doing so, individuals can create a psychological buffer against the inevitable obstacles that life will throw their way. The chapter also delves into the role of support systems in cultivating resilience. It stresses that resilience does not mean going through challenges alone, and one of the key factors in overcoming obstacles is having a reliable support system. The chapter recommends building a network of supportive friends, mentors, family members, or colleagues who can offer encouragement, feedback, and advice during difficult times. These people not only provide emotional support, but can also offer practical solutions and alternative perspectives that can help individuals stay on course. The chapter underscores that resilience is not about isolation, but about knowing when to reach out for help. This external support, when coupled with internal resilience, can significantly increase one's ability to weather challenges. Another powerful idea discussed in the chapter is breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. When faced with a large, overwhelming challenge, the tendency may be to give up due to the sheer size of the goal. However, the chapter explains that breaking a challenge down into smaller, more manageable tasks makes the overall goal feel more achievable. This approach not only prevents feelings of overwhelm, but also provides a clear path forward. Each small step completed creates a sense of progress and accomplishment, which in turn fuels motivation. The chapter also emphasizes that celebrating these small wins along the way is crucial, as it reinforces positive momentum and reminds individuals of their ability to make progress, no matter how incremental. The importance of routine and discipline in staying resilient is another aspect the chapter highlights. It emphasizes that having a set routine provides structure and stability, which is especially important during challenging times. The chapter discusses how discipline acts as the foundation for resilience, as it ensures that even when motivation wanes or obstacles arise, individuals can continue moving forward because they have ingrained habits that support their goals. This sense of consistency helps to keep individuals grounded and focused, making it easier to push through moments of doubt and difficulty. The chapter also explores the idea that resilience is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. It stresses that resilience is not an innate quality, but rather something that can be cultivated through consistent practice and effort. The more challenges individuals face and overcome, the more resilient they become. This concept is supported by research in psychology, which shows that those who regularly practice resilience-building strategies are better equipped to handle adversity in the future. The chapter encourages readers to view resilience as an ongoing process of growth, not a fixed trait, and to commit to continuously strengthening their ability to stay strong in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Finally, the chapter concludes by offering a mindset shift. It encourages readers to embrace challenges as a natural and valuable part of life's journey. Rather than viewing setbacks as roadblocks, individuals are urged to see them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. The chapter reinforces the idea that building resilience is not about avoiding challenges, but about learning how to face them with determination, emotional balance, and persistence. Through practice and commitment, individuals can transform obstacles into stepping stones and ultimately achieve their goals, making 2025 the best year of their lives. Chapter 6: Creating Lasting Change and Maintaining Momentum. This chapter delves deep into the psychology and practical aspects of sustaining long-term transformation, emphasizing the necessity of consistent action, a shift in identity, and an environment that encourages success to ensure that the changes made are not fleeting but enduring. The chapter begins by recognizing that many individuals start out with high hopes and motivation when attempting to change their habits or achieve a goal, only to find that over time their excitement wanes, and they fall back into old patterns. It highlights that this cycle of initial enthusiasm, followed by eventual decline, is a common pitfall, and that the key to overcoming it lies not in relying solely on motivation, which is often fleeting, but in creating habits and systems that support long-term success. The chapter explores the importance of making small, incremental changes rather than trying to overhaul everything at once. By breaking down large goals into manageable, bite-sized tasks, individuals are more likely to stick to their plans without feeling overwhelmed or discouraged, which is a common reason for failure when attempting significant change. The chapter also emphasizes the idea that true transformation occurs not just through external actions, but through a shift in how a person views themselves. Instead of focusing on the outcome, the results alone, the chapter stresses that individuals need to internalize the changes they want to make by aligning their identity with their goals. If someone wants to adopt a healthy lifestyle, for instance, they should see themselves as a healthy person, not someone who is merely trying to eat better or exercise more. This identity shift creates a sense of ownership and purpose, making it easier to stay committed to the changes, because they become part of who the person is, not just something they are doing temporarily. The chapter explains that when a person identifies with their goal, the behaviors needed to achieve it become automatic, and the need for willpower diminishes. This shift in mindset can be incredibly powerful, helping people maintain momentum, as it reframes the process of change as something natural rather than something forced or temporary. Another crucial element covered in the chapter is the role of consistency in creating lasting change. It addresses the importance of building small, sustainable habits that are easy to stick to rather than attempting large, unsustainable actions that lead to burnout. The chapter discusses how people often fail to maintain momentum because they set overly ambitious goals that are difficult to sustain. It proposes the idea of establishing routines that incorporate new behaviors in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming but still leads to significant progress over time. Small wins are celebrated as a powerful motivator, as they create a sense of accomplishment and positive reinforcement, which fuels further action. The chapter also explains that consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up regularly, even if progress is slow. It acknowledges that setbacks will happen, and it's important to approach these with patience and understanding, recognizing that the road to lasting change is rarely linear. To sustain progress, the chapter emphasizes the importance of developing an environment that supports the changes a person is trying to make. It explains how the environment plays a significant role in reinforcing behaviors and habits. The chapter suggests that individuals must make a conscious effort to remove distractions, temptations, or anything that could derail their efforts. For example, if someone is trying to eat healthier, they should eliminate unhealthy snacks from their home and replace them with nutritious options. The chapter also highlights the importance of surrounding oneself with supportive people who encourage and motivate them toward their goals. Whether through friends, family, mentors, or communities, positive social connections can provide the encouragement and accountability needed to stay on track. These people can help reinforce the new identity and behaviors, offer guidance during difficult times, and provide reassurance when challenges arise. The chapter stresses the importance of self-reflection as a critical tool for maintaining momentum. Regular self-assessment helps individuals measure their progress, identify areas for improvement, and celebrate their achievements. The chapter encourages readers to reflect on their journey frequently and adjust their approach as needed. Reflecting on what is working and what isn't allows individuals to make necessary tweaks to their plan before they veer too far off course. Additionally, the chapter underscores the significance of celebrating small wins along the way. Acknowledging even the smallest progress boosts motivation and provides a sense of accomplishment that propels individuals forward. By keeping the momentum going with these frequent reflections and celebrations, individuals are more likely to stay engaged in their journey, even when faced with setbacks. Patience and understanding that change takes time, also pivotal themes in this chapter. The chapter recognizes that lasting transformation doesn't happen overnight, and the process can sometimes be frustrating. It encourages individuals to remain patient and not rush the process or expect immediate results. The focus should be on steady progress rather than instant gratification. The chapter advocates for a long-term perspective, explaining that meaningful change is a gradual process that requires time, effort, and persistence. This mindset shift helps prevent discouragement when results are slow to appear, reminding individuals that the work they are doing now will pay off in the long run. Accountability is another vital aspect of the chapter, and it underscores that having someone to answer to can greatly improve the chances of success. Accountability partners, mentors, or support groups can help individuals stay on track when motivation wanes or when obstacles arise. The chapter suggests finding someone who shares similar goals or values, as this increases the likelihood of mutual support and encouragement. These accountability structures provide a sense of responsibility, making it harder to let progress slip away. The chapter also advises regular check-ins with accountability partners to ensure that goals are still aligned and to make adjustments if necessary. With someone to hold them accountable, individuals are less likely to lose sight of their commitments and will feel more driven to continue their efforts. The chapter further explores the concept of building resilience by embracing challenges as part of the process of change. It stresses that individuals should expect challenges along the way and view them as an inevitable part of growth, rather than as a sign of failure. Building resilience means learning how to navigate obstacles and continue moving forward, even when things become difficult. The chapter encourages individuals to develop coping strategies for dealing with setbacks, such as reframing negative thoughts, practicing self-compassion, and focusing on solutions instead of problems. This resilience, coupled with consistency, is a powerful combination for maintaining momentum, as it allows individuals to persevere through difficult times and continue working toward their goals. The final point the chapter addresses is the need for adaptability. It discusses how sometimes the original plan for creating change may not work as expected, and it's important to be flexible and willing to adjust strategies when necessary. Rather than becoming discouraged by failure or a lack of progress, the chapter advises individuals to view challenges as learning experiences. Adjusting one's approach, learning from mistakes, and staying open to new strategies are all essential elements of sustaining momentum and ensuring lasting change. Through adaptability, individuals can continue to make progress even when faced with unexpected hurdles. The chapter concludes by reinforcing that lasting change is a cumulative process that requires consistency, patience, self-reflection, and a supportive environment. By building small, sustainable habits, aligning one's identity with the goal, seeking accountability, and embracing challenges as learning opportunities, individuals can ensure that the changes they make will be enduring. Creating lasting change requires ongoing effort, but by maintaining momentum, individuals can achieve lasting transformations that will continue to benefit them throughout their lives. Conclusion. The conclusion of the book highlights that achieving success in 2025 and making it your best year is a comprehensive and holistic process that requires dedication, planning, and continuous action. It emphasizes that true transformation doesn't happen in an instant, but is instead the result of a sustained commitment to a vision, paired with the consistent pursuit of well-defined goals. It stresses the need for individuals to first develop a clear, compelling vision of what they want to achieve in 2025. This vision should be detailed and aligned with their deepest values and desires, and it should act as a motivating force that helps guide decisions throughout the year. The book insists that goals should not only be ambitious, but also achievable, based on the SMART specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound framework, which helps break down larger objectives into manageable, actionable steps that can be easily tracked and assessed over time. The conclusion also emphasizes the importance of maintaining a positive mindset, suggesting that success is often more about mental and emotional resilience than it is about raw talent or intelligence. Developing a mindset that is both optimistic and growth-oriented is key to staying motivated when faced with setbacks or obstacles. The book suggests that positive thinking, self-compassion, and focusing on solutions rather than problems can help foster the mental strength necessary for long-term success. Moreover, maintaining mental clarity and staying motivated involves continually reminding oneself of the deeper why behind one's goals. Keeping this sense of purpose alive makes it easier to overcome the inevitable challenges that arise during the pursuit of ambitious goals. Along with mindset, the conclusion highlights the critical role of building healthy, productive habits that support personal and professional growth. Habits are described as the foundational blocks of success, and it's noted that the small, positive habits formed today compound over time, leading to significant progress in the long run. Establishing a consistent routine that aligns with one's goals is crucial for maintaining momentum and ensuring that daily actions are directed toward the bigger picture. The book advises readers to focus on one habit at a time and commit to making incremental improvements that build on each other. The ability to overcome challenges is another key point in the conclusion. It acknowledges that obstacles are inevitable in any journey, and the way one responds to adversity plays a large part in determining whether they will succeed or falter. Resilience, the book explains, isn't about avoiding difficulties, but rather about cultivating the ability to bounce back from setbacks stronger and more determined. Resilience is developed through a mindset that views failures and challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as roadblocks. The conclusion encourages readers to build resilience by fostering coping strategies, such as seeking support from others, practicing mindfulness or stress reduction techniques, and continuously adjusting goals and strategies as necessary. This adaptability allows individuals to pivot when things don't go as planned, making it possible to maintain progress even in the face of difficulty. Another important aspect covered in the conclusion is the creation of lasting change, which the book views as a continual process rather than a singular event. It stresses that lasting change is not about striving for perfection, but about making progress each day and learning from every step along the way. Rather than focusing on short-term bursts of effort, the book advocates for slow, deliberate progress that eventually becomes a part of one's lifestyle and identity. The key to lasting transformation is in making small, sustainable adjustments to daily behavior that compound into significant improvements over time. The conclusion encourages readers to embrace the concept of consistency over perfection, reminding them that even when results are not immediately visible, every small step taken toward their goal is a step in the right direction. The conclusion also draws attention to the importance of celebrating progress, no matter how small. Recognizing achievements along the way, whether it's completing a task or overcoming a challenge, provides the motivation to keep pushing forward. Celebrating wins helps maintain momentum and gives a sense of accomplishment that reinforces the effort. The book underscores that celebrating these victories, however minor they may seem, is essential in building confidence and maintaining enthusiasm toward one's goals. The role of accountability is another pivotal topic addressed in the conclusion. The book stresses that individuals are much more likely to succeed if they have someone or something holding them accountable for their actions. Whether through mentors, accountability partners, or tracking systems, the presence of external oversight can help maintain discipline and motivation. The book suggests that readers should find a community or individual who shares similar goals, as this will provide mutual encouragement and constructive feedback. Being held accountable fosters a sense of responsibility and commitment, which can propel someone toward greater achievements. Further, the conclusion emphasizes that self-reflection is key to maintaining momentum and sustaining progress over time. It encourages individuals to periodically assess their progress, identify areas where they have improved, and note areas where they may have fallen short. Reflecting on one's journey helps to clarify what is working, what needs adjustment, and whether the current approach is aligned with the overall vision. The book suggests that self-reflection should be regular and structured, making it an integral part of the growth process rather than an afterthought. By evaluating progress and making necessary adjustments, individuals can stay on course toward their larger goals and ensure they are consistently evolving in the right direction. Finally, the conclusion reiterates that creating the best year of one's life is a cumulative process that requires patience, perseverance, and a strategic approach. It emphasizes that success is not a destination, but a journey that unfolds one step at a time. Through the establishment of a clear vision, the setting of smart goals, the cultivation of a positive mindset, and the building of habits that support success, individuals can create lasting, meaningful change in their lives. The book concludes with a call to action, urging readers to take the tools and strategies provided, apply them consistently, and make 2025 a year of growth, achievement, and personal fulfillment. With dedication, resilience, and the right mindset, readers are reminded that they have the power to shape their year and their future.